Hello, my name is Paul McKenna, and I will be your instructor for the upcoming session of a revised course in the police leadership program entitled Policing the Modern Community, Dealing with Diversity and Difference. I've collaborated recently with my colleague at Dalhousie University, Dr. Chris Murphy, to reconceptualize this course in order to bring it a little bit up to date with respect to new policing strategies and models that have evolved over the last perhaps 3 decades, beginning with the foundation of the course, dealing with the philosophy and practices and principles of community policing beginning in Canada around the 1980s. We've seen a great deal of change that has impacted and influenced policing organizations across this country. So we felt it was the right time to revive this course and revise it to reflect some of those changes. This includes areas of change that relate to intelligence-led policing, evidence-based policing, and particular strategies that have been deployed, such as the hub model, which began in Glasgow, Scotland several years ago and has been adapted and adopted in several Canadian jurisdictions and has met with some considerable success. So we'll be looking at those changes over time, and throughout the course, we'll also be considering some of the diversity of communities that are impacting the way in which policing services are delivered in this country. That would include racial, ethnic, and gender identity issues that have profoundly impacted policing in our country, as well as issues such as dealing with mentally ill suspects and offenders and such like topics that are at the cutting edge of policing in the current era. Also, such things as racial profiling and carding and traffic stops and how those have been dealt with in recent years is also on the agenda for this course. So what we'll be hoping to do is bring you to the face of certain articles and essays and publications that deal with those topics, both the academic and the practitioner literature. We are hoping to delve somewhat deeply into some of the critical matters that will influence how perhaps you operate within your own organizations. And we'll be looking to bring you quite up to date on matters of current interest and importance. The course has a series of learning objectives that you can familiarize yourself with on the bright space for this particular course. And there is some further detail on my own background in the bright space segment for this particular learning program. Suffices to say that my background includes several decades of experience, nearly 30 years working in and around police organizations, always as a civilian, but including time with the Ontario Provincial Police, particularly at the OPP Academy, where I was a training manager and ultimately the Deputy Director of Administration for that organization. I have had experience working in both Ontario and Nova Scotia as a police services advisor, and I've had nearly 20 years of experience as a consultant working with a variety of organizations across Canada, including Public Safety Canada, the Commission for Public Complaints Against the RCMP, as it then was, the Calgary Police Service, Toronto Police Service, Kingston Police, and the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary. So my experience is broad, and I'm hoping that I can bring some of that experience to bear on this course. We have several assignments for you that should be challenging and allow you to delve into your own particular interests. And I am very excited about sharing this learning journey with you, because this is the inaugural offering of this revised course. We're very interested in getting your feedback on whether we're hitting the mark and whether or not we are meeting the learning objectives that have been set for this course. So please feel free to share your viewpoint and opinions and suggestions for how this course might be enhanced in the future. And as I said, I'm looking forward to this enterprise with you, and encourage you to take part to the fullest extent that you are able. And so I will close now, and look forward to getting to know you and getting to learn with you. Take care.